Just keep your eyes closed, please. Must recognize the instantaneous as well as effortless nature of being yourself. This is immediate. Just like the silence surrounding you. If you want to focus your attention to silence, it's instantaneous. If you attempt to focus your attention to a sound, you have to wait. Whether it is my speech, or the call of the peacock, it comes and goes. Silence is instantaneous. No need to focus your attention in any direction. Sounds come from different directions. You have to wait for a sound. Silence, all pervasive, directionless. Anywhere, anytime. As even outside. So also in yourself. What is silence to sound? Awareness, consciousness, yourself, to all your thoughts, memories. Yourself, the awareness, instantaneous. Thought you have to wait for. For silence, you don't need to wait for any sound. To be conscious, you don't need to wait for a thought or a perception. Instantaneous. Just see that, please. recognize that eternal principle that you are. Perceptions are varied. To see, you use your eyes. To hear, you have to use your ears. To touch, you use your skin. To taste, you must use your tongue. To smell, you must have your nose. To be conscious, you don't need any sense organ. That is why blind man, as conscious as the person with eyes, the deaf is as conscious as the person with ears. Only difference is one is conscious of a sound, other is not conscious of a sound. But consciousness remains the same. See the game of life. In the early stages of your life, you are blessed with both the ears. You are proud, I can hear. One without that capacity feels deaf. As time passes, your own ears can lose capacity. But in the process, you don't become unconscious. Your eyes can develop cataract. You don't become unconscious. Body is young. There is no youthful consciousness. Body grows old. It doesn't become old, ancient consciousness. Always remains the same. To be conscious, you don't need a sense object or sense organ, and therefore no thoughts. Avyaktoyam, achintyoyam, avikaryo imachyate. Avyakt, unmanifest. No sense organs can perceive. Achintya, no thoughts can grasp. Avikari, free from all modifications, always remains the same. Anything that is vyakta, manifest, seen, heard, touched, tasted, experienced, shall become the object of your memory, chintya. Vyakta shall be chintya, perceived shall be a thought. If it is avyakta, achintya. If you can't objectify it, can't think about it, meaning thereby who you are is not the result of a perception or a thought. Makes it so effortless. That is why meditation, being yourself, is absolutely effortless, instantaneous. There's nothing to do, nothing to create. Is always there, nothing to initiate. Just see that for yourself. And this is the eternal wonder, which everybody is not one of those 7 wonders or 100 wonders. It is the Ascharya, the eternal wonder, infinity, absolute, immortal existence. Nitya sarvagatasthanu achaloyam sanatana. When you wake up from your sleep, you have to open your eyes to see things, but not to be conscious. The moment you wake up, you are already conscious. But to see things, you have to travel. To hear a music, you travel distance. To eat a food, taste or smell something, touch something exclusive, you travel miles and miles, not only in space but also in time. To be conscious, you don't need to stir, move even a bit. All times, all places. Just see that, please. Be that stillness, awareness. Suddhananda divestave Vedeshangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayantiyam samagaha Dhyanavasthitatadgatena manasa Pashyantiyam yoginaha Yasyantam navidussurasurganaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Asyaryavat pasyati kasyidenam Asyaryavat vadati tathaiva chanyah Asyaryavat chaina manya shrunoti Shrutva pienam veda na chaiva kasyite Dehi nityamavadhyoyam Dehe sarveshu bharata Tasmat sarvani bhutani Natvam shochitum arhasi Dehi nityamavadhyoyam Dehe sarvasya bharata Tasmat sarvani bhutani Natvam shochitum arhasi. So beautiful. More and more you see these things clearly, you can recognize as to how in this world, as much the wise man is an object of wonder for the average ordinary people, that much the ordinary people become an object of wonder for the wise man. Both wonder at each other. Of course the ignorant will watch the one wise man in wonderment. Cannot believe that somebody can say he is the happiness, he is absolute. As much the wise man smiles, in his wonderment, he is a participant. In ignorance wonderment, it is a real wonderment because he doesn't know how is it possible that somebody can say he is the happiness, he is the absolute. Because his experience in life at this moment is limited with his physical body, limited with his mind, limited with his perception. Emotions overtake him, hunger punishes him, every type of agitations destroy him. Such a person cannot even dream of thinking of a possibility, forget the seeing the possibility, dreaming of a possibility where the life is absolute wonderment, absolute joy, fulfillment. For the ignorant, the wise always remains a wonder. But the wise man also, when he sees himself, of course he is hitting himself. How did I manage to be ignorant? Just like you searching for your car key with your car key in your hand. When somebody points out, how do you feel? Not wise or smart. Your whole time passes laughing at yourself. How could I be that stupid? It is in my hand and I'm looking for it. Ah. When you discover your wisdom, you don't discover how smart you are. you discover how stupid you have been. That is why other people's descriptions of your stupidity, pointing out your limitations, if there are any kind, it makes no difference to you, because you are already aware of your greatest foolishness. When you make a fool of yourself and you are not aware of it, everybody sympathizes with you. But when you are aware of your stupidity, you don't need anybody else to point it out. That is why in wisdom, in the life based on wisdom, the person is happy with himself, aware of himself, he is absolutely comfortable with every type of limitations that belongs to him. You have limitation, you are limitless. Understand? You have the mortality, you are immortal. You may have sense of convenience, inconvenience, comfort and discomfort from the standpoint of your sense organ, sensation, sense experience. But from the absolute standpoint, you are the happiness absolute at all times. Therefore, choosing to play the role of a limited person is such a pleasure. It's like a billionaire actor playing the role of a beggar, a criminal, or any such role in life. Average person cannot even comprehend this. Is it really possible that the body is a role, thought is a role? For him this knowledge becomes a wonderment. Like one day there are 3 people. They are working in a factory, and each one of them, before leaving home, of course, they bring their lunch, so that in the lunch break they can have food. They don't have to cook their food every day. I mean, they purchase it from the restaurant, so they bring their food. One is an American, and British, one Indian. So this American person, when he opens his, packet, lunch packet, he says, "Oh my God, same hamburger. If tomorrow, if my wife gives me this one, I am going to commit suicide." The British fellow comes in, same sandwich, he also gets frustrated. The same sandwich, tomorrow, if the same sandwich, I'll commit suicide. I'll kill myself. The Indian person, he said, same roti sabji, roti and vegetable, if tomorrow same thing, I'll commit suicide, I'll kill myself. All the 3 friends shared their food together, they ate together, and it was over. They know each other's promise. Next day, they come back. The American opens, hamburger. British man opens, sandwich. Indian man opens, roti, vegetable. They have made the pact, they committed suicide. The whole factory was stunned, 3 people killing themselves. And naturally the words spread and the news reached the wives. All the 3 wives came. What is the thing? This is what it is. Every day same sandwich, same hamburger, same roti. Then the American wife said, if he was fed up, he could have told me. I would have changed it. The British wife said, if he had told me, I would have changed it. Why didn't they talk? Then the Indian wife said, Indian wife was keeping quiet. He said, what happened? He said, he packs his own lunch. Now, if you pack your own lunch and the same nonsense and then you commit suicide, what do you say? Wise man laughs at the ignorant for that. Because this man messes up his life. Himself messes up his life. The earlier we grasp it, the better it is. Don't ever say, somebody messes it up. Yes, they do. Culture messes it up. Religion messes it up. Your father can mess it up. Your son, your society, your education can mess it up. As long as you are a child. When you are a young person, there are many things you have worked out of. The trouble is, the so-called young, intelligent person is a perverted one. Whatever suits him, keeps it. Whatever doesn't suit him, dumps it on the society. If you question everything, including yourself. Of course, because of the lack of that awareness in many cultures, many societies, many people not knowing about it, they can't pass on. This tradition, that where I must question myself. You question the creation, you question other person, you question your body, you question a disease, but you never question yourself. And the worst part of a religious conditioning is, you shall not question. That is why the faith-oriented theologies or approach, secular or religious, becomes very disastrous. If you take away the person's right to question, that he shall believe and he shall not question, you have finished him off. That is a very strong conditioning. But some people walk out of it. You don't listen to that argument. You don't listen to that. You don't succumb to that conditioning. Can you do that? Yes, you really make up your own mess in life. As long as you are a child, somebody can understand. Your mother says, bring the pencil back home. You see to it that you bring the pencil back home. When you are 10-year-old, when you are going to college, going boy or a girl, do you bring your pencil back home? You use your discretion. Suppose somebody asks, can I have a pencil? Why? I can get another one. What happened to you? You have started. Simple example. Everything you break. Take care of your house, take care of your dress, take care of your room, take care of your shoes. But when you go to youngsters' hostels, what do you see? Shirts are falling somewhere, pant in the place of shoes, shoes in the place of the pillow, pillow in the place of the, in the toilet. What happens to you? Why did you go crazy? Such an obedient boy or a girl? Please think. That is where the society needs a direction. If this much we can give to somebody, that every person must question himself, must be aware of himself. That is why when the wise person doesn't know himself, one who knows himself becomes wise. Remember that. No wise man ever knows himself. When you know yourself, you become wise. If you say only wise people know the truth, then you successfully destroy, hypnotize yourself that you cannot know. Why? Only wise people know the truth. No wise man ever knows the truth. No engineer ever knows engineering. An idiot knows engineering, becomes engineer. No doctor knows medicine. An ignorant person, when he starts knowing medicine, becomes a doctor. No wise man knows himself. An ignorant person knows himself, becomes wise. So you cannot afford to put the cart before the horse. But I must know about himself. And when he starts knowing, he starts wondering, how did I forget? That is why life is a continuous wonderment. Other people's commentary doesn't make any difference to you. It's like when your mind is running on billions and trillions, somebody is talking about ice cream is not available. How do you like it? Your mind is moving on billions and trillions. And the other person is telling that this toy is broken. Oh. 5 rupees is needed to pick up this idli. I see. It becomes so insignificant. You don't neglect, but it doesn't matter to you. You're reveling in the infinity, absolute. All that I'm happy with yourself. Sunshine, heat, cold, a frown, a comment. Somebody says something, somebody does something. When these little things become very important to you, shows how little your mind is. When little things, understand, when little things become very important for you, you know your perception is very limited. It's just like, you can see that, when you are preparing for your 10th standard, 12th standard, postgraduate, very important exams of your life. Somebody doesn't give you a cinema ticket, do you care? It's all right. Why? I'm not interested, let him have it. Oh, you should watch the TV, the cricket match is going, boring. What happens to you? Because your mind is now engaged in a more important occupation. Therefore, these things do not matter. When small things matter, what does it mean? You are unconsciously grappling with the small things, muddied. You are totally lost in the small things. Why? My house, my pillow, my car, myself. Bas. Wonderful. There was once a lady goes to a shop, goes shopping, groceries. Then her husband was at home. And he comes back, this fellow was very hungry. And he has started taking some food. And what did he eat? Dog biscuit. Tasted, because he was very hungry. He just ate one dog biscuit. And very tasty. Comes back. When his wife comes back, the man says, hey, what is this? Oh, this is our biscuit for our dog. He says, very nice, can you bring some more? Huh? All right. And the man says, all right, what is there? So he brings some biscuit. And he brings a big lot of dog biscuits. Slowly in month's time, demand increased, so supply also increased. So the person who was doing the shopping, the one who owned the shopping center, he said, why suddenly you are taking so much dog biscuit? You may say, do you have so many dogs? He said, no, I have that same small dog. Yes, he will die. If you overfeed him, he will be fat. He says, no, it is not for my dog, it's for my husband. He said, God forbid. If he eats that, he will die after a few months or few years, he will die. It's not good for the human system. Yes. Comes back. And then, true, after 6 months, the man died. When the man died, this lady goes back, a little unhappy, miserable looking, and he says, what happened? He says, husband died. I told you, lady, not to give him this biscuit. Tell him to stop eating this biscuit. He says, he did not die eating the biscuit. He was chasing a car. He did not eat by eating the biscuit. He was chasing the car. You understand what it is? Huh? He did not die eating the biscuit. He was chasing the car. Why? He thought he's a dog. Now, if a person thinks he's a dog, how can you help him? The infinity thinks he is finite, chasing everything, hitting against many things and dying continuously in life. Eating dog food, living dog's life. Wonderment. When somebody playing a role in a theater, in a movie, suppose suddenly he pretends to be himself even after the movie, the theater is over, drama is over, the movie is over. What shall you say? Sympathize. How did it happen? Suddenly forgot himself. That is why the wise starts wondering. How did he manage? But he knows what time he also had managed to be like that. Now he recognizes himself. That is why your whole life becomes a continuous form, like in a madhouse. One fellow was in a madhouse for some time, and then he was staying for 3-4 years. Then one day, of course, he was released, he was coming back. As he was coming, that day the Prime Minister of the country was visiting that madhouse. Sometimes to show off their concern for the mentally challenged, physically challenged. Sometimes political leaders make a political move. They go to these places to show how kind they are. So they are coming, and this man not only comes, but also you are shaking hand with every person there. So as this man was coming out, the Prime Minister shook hand with him. He says, I am the Prime Minister of the country. He says, thanks, you have come to the right place. I was doing the same thing 3 years before. Suddenly a person, the ordinary person thinks he is a Prime Minister. What do you call? Mad. Listen, but when a Prime Minister is a Prime Minister, the ordinary person thinks he is mad. Ordinary person thinks when somebody says, I am the happiness, I am the absolute, I am mad. But the person who knows, he says, I am the happiness, he shakes hand with everybody. The other person thinks he is mad. Will he become mad? Get that point. The whole world, the insanity has become sanity. Identifying with wrong sources. And because of that wrong identity, grieving, pain, misery, everything happens in life. That is why Bhagavan says, when you are aware of yourself, asocya ananvasocha dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata, he Bharata, he Arjuna, sarvasya dehe, in all bodies. Dehi, nitya avadhya, one who sports this body. There is a difference between you are the body and you are sporting a body. That you are a body, you have the body. You are a thought, you have a thought. So one who has a thought, not is a thought himself. One who has a body, not is the body himself. That he, nitya avadhya, eternally indestructible. Nothing can touch it. No air can blow it, no fire can burn it, no water can drown it, no weapons can cleave it. Time cannot touch it. Nitya avadhya. Body nobody can protect. Self nobody can destroy. Why are you worried? Are you getting that point? The whole principle. Body cannot be protected. Self cannot be destroyed. Even if you are an incarnation, your body shall die. The God has to respect his own rule. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityu. Anything that is born shall perish. The day is born, already dying. As the baby, the sun comes up, red one, the dawn has come, the day is born. Now 2 hours into the day gone. After some time, middle of the day, again powerless. When you are a child, when you are born, when the day begins, you are coming out from the darkness to light. And the whole thing is light mode. The day ends, you are going from light to darkness. Exact example. When you are born, you are also helpless, but you are growing in strength. Setting sun, entering into darkness. Body shall end. You cannot protect. Body cannot be protected. Extend it, just like your body is an organization. It's a huge organism. It's a country. It's a world by itself. In this body, you mature at different parts, mature at different times. As time passes, slowly they start growing old also. Knee joint not working. Getting pain. Heart is not pumping. Kidney has a block, kidney stone. What is happening? The whole system is cracking up, growing old. Jatasya dhruvo mrityu. You have a limb within a limb. Same way, in a family organization. What is that? Father, mother. Are you the father? You are a son at one time. Are you the mother? You are a daughter at one time. What happened to your father, mother? Gone. What about your grandfather, grandmother? Gone. What happened to them? Dropped out. Run away. Understand? Other day somebody wrote me a letter. Why somebody is running away from the organization or place or anything? Please understand. Your body is an organization. It goes on, jumping out. Each portion is growing old. Sometimes needs replacement. In a home, what happened to the father? One brother leaves home and goes. One son leaves home and goes. One family, somebody goes away. What happened? In a school, college, university, state, country, or a secular, religious, doesn't matter. Come, go. Come, go. Nobody need to have a guilt. Comfortable, the person stays. Uncomfortable, the person goes. The trouble is, when people are comfortable, they are staying, but the leader takes credit. I am keeping them together. No, you are not keeping anybody together. They are comfortable, they are staying. The moment they are uncomfortable, they go. But the person wants to give it, he is incapable to stay, goes away, but gives the discredit. Nobody kept me. If you are so capable, go. If you are so capable to hold things, everybody together, hold them together, let us see. You cannot. Everybody is growing. It is just like in your small establishment. You bring a person 10-year-old, help him to work, help him to grow. He had nothing, he grows, stays with you. Then he starts learning little driving or starts meddling with little electricity. Now he's 25-year-old, he's driver, he doesn't want your job. You brought him, you grow, you help him to grow up, but he goes. Why? Greener pastures, better life. You bring people uneducated or as little educated, nothing knowing. expose them to best things of the world, which they would never have been exposed as such. And each one is like that. Your guru did for you, his guru did for him. Your father did for you, you will do for your son. You left your father, they will leave their father. They left their home, they established their own home. Understand? Life will be a continuous movement. If you can be part of a huge organism and do it together, nothing like it. And if somebody drops out, nothing like it. Only trouble is two people. The leader thinks, I am holding everybody together. Don't be the big fat duck. You can't hold people together. Why? Each one living out his dreams. And the person who drops out doesn't want to accept that he is stupid. Oh, nobody could keep him. All right, fix up yourself, let's see. Are you getting that point, please? Everywhere. The child blames the father and runs away. Sometimes destroyed, sometimes makes it. What can the father do? What can a country do? How many Indians are living in this country? Non-resident Indians go somewhere. What happens? Some people make it. Some people, even if they don't make it, they don't come back. Why? Tail is cut. How can he come back? Even if he can't make it, there the fellow will do the washing of wash a plate, do the cleaning, scrubbing, make a life, but he will not come back to the better comforts of the home. Why? Tail is cut. Already left. Arrogance. Or if somebody makes it up, returns home to sort. You see, you guys are still in the village. I am camera, spray. You know what is that? What is that? Perfume. It comes back home, the prodigal returns home to show off. It doesn't matter to anybody. Why? You have not shared our problems. Who shall wonder? Think. So see it very clearly. Jatasya dhrubam. That is why tatraga paridevana natvam sochitumarasi. Never grieve. Why? Things that begin shall end. The sun begins, sun rises, the day is aging. In your life also, somebody will rise at one time. Just like a sun rises, a person rises in your life. Until yesterday, you never knew she existed or he existed. Somebody rises in your life. The moment somebody rises, setting has begun. Don't worry. Please appreciate. Don't think that it will always be there. No. But this is what our mistake is. Mistake is, if it begins, it should be everlasting. No. There is nothing everlasting except yourself, which cannot be destroyed. The body cannot be protected, self cannot be destroyed. Rest of it, you cannot understand. The thoughts cannot be protected. Keep your thought forever going. Please try. However, that is why you challenge your thought. Even a thought is persecuting you, a thought is entertaining you. Both thoughts you cannot keep. It will go. The thought rises, thought sets. Jatasya dhruva mrityu. That is why if any thought really persecuting you, can you tire that thought? Do not allow it to go. Whichever thought is persecuting you, keep it. Let it come back. The moment it goes, no, come back. Come back. It will run for life. You do the game, then you will know it. Don't sit down there and say, I don't know what to do, my thought is... Your thought is not moving you. Your thought has no capacity to do so. It's an inert thing, a picture. How can an unconscious picture haunt a conscious man? An unconscious object hunting a conscious person. You make cigarette a problem or cigarette makes a problem for you. You make liquor a problem or liquor makes a problem for you. Think of it. If you can digest, anything is good. Some jokes are coming into my head today. One fellow joined this food company, there is a competition as to who can eat maximum food. Who can eat? This fellow comes back and he eats, and then in a competition, and he has eaten. He ate lot of some 20, 30 sandwiches and hamburgers and this and Coca-Cola. Oh boy, he won the prize because he's the biggest eater. He won. Then as he is leaving the place, he told everybody, one thing, please remember, don't, for God's sake, don't report this to my wife because she may cancel my dinner. If he can digest, any amount is good. If you cannot digest, life. Unconscious thing, the food is not your problem. Can you take it? Yes. You can't take it, dump. You decide. Unconscious matter. All your thoughts, unconscious. Can you handle it? Yeah, plenty. How many thoughts? What I have got is so little. I want infinity more. Why? Because thoughts are pictures. Are you getting that? Which shopping center you go? Which shopping center has got one balloon, one pencil, one pen, one dress? Shopping center, go. Beautiful shopping center. One pen, one pencil. When you take somebody, preach another pen. Will you go there? You go to a shopping center, what? Where millions of things. Thousands of varieties of things. Everybody goes to shopping to Singapore. Why? Because big building, one pencil. Right? And in one room, there is one shopping center there, Tamasikaya, Takashimaya, one shopping center. That is all old now, no? It's all old. I am talking about old age. New ones have come, sprawling miles inside. You can walk. And what things? Whatever you cannot even imagine. But look at it. Window shopping itself makes you happy. Forget purchasing things. So where do you go? So many things are there. Why? To choose from. The pleasure comes from choice. If there is no choice, what can you do? Your thoughts are a huge shopping center. You have got plenty of thoughts to choose from. How can thought be a problem? If you don't know shopping, one thought is your problem. Let many types of thoughts be there. How does it matter? Do you understand what I am talking? Let any type of thought be there. That there is an object is there in the shopping center. Therefore you purchase it or you want to purchase it. So anything that you see, you have to purchase. Can you say, the Mont Blanc must close down? Why? The moment I see the pen, I must take it. You curb your stupidity or the shop should close down? When I see the Patek Philippe, I must have it. When I see the crystals, I must have it. Who is crazy? You or the crystals? Can you take a walk in the shopping center of your mind? Billions of thoughts. Rich you are, rich in experience. How can an unconscious thing affect you? Natvam sochitum arasi. You cannot afford to grieve. Give one reason to grieve. If you grieve, you are not aware of yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Must see it very clearly. Instead of changing ourselves, our biggest tragedy in life is we try to change the world. Or you try to bring in some God. You don't change, God will take care of my changes, right? So you appoint one interior decorator. God is your interior decorator, He'll fix up your interior, right? I don't know why God is giving me these thoughts. Yes, God should listen to your prayer and stop giving you every thought. Then what will happen? You'll be nuts. God is giving. Or somebody shall say, if you are a good boy, ordinarily good boy, God is giving us. The other fellow who fighting, Mara is giving, Satan is giving, the devil is giving, the negative force is giving. Huh? You mean to say these people have all these things have nothing else to do in this world but sending some special thoughts to you? You are the devil, you are the God. Choose. Choose for yourself. Is it difficult to make a choice? Yes. Why? Habit has made you a devil. Ignorant, not knowing. We are completely stuck on it. Like a person becomes addicted to smoking, drinking, chewing. 40, 50-year-old people. 60 years yesterday, one person, elderly person comes, opens his mouth, he stings of pan parag. You know pan parag? You understand that? What is that nonsense? Betel nut, guava, betel nut thing, and the spices, horrible spices. You take it, your system will collapse. The fellow will die. But talks, oof, that smell comes, I will almost faint. Some people happily smoke, they think everybody enjoys their smoking, right? Who is destroying? Devil is pushing, what can I say? I was sleeping, devil came and put the thing. Not only that, the devil has a fire in his eyes, looked at it, lit up the cigarette also and went away. Anybody? What nonsense. There is no devil somewhere doing nonsense. You do it for yourself. Take that responsibility. Your thoughts come. Dehi nitya avadhya. One who supports this body, one who has this mind, has the thought, is different from who he is. What you have and who you are. Nitya avadhya, eternally indestructible. Body cannot be protected. Thoughts cannot be continued. Consciousness cannot be discontinued. That itself gives you enormous strength. Because nobody at no time can overtake you. You understand that point? A thought is overtaking me because you are a thinker. If you assume the role of a thinker, thought will overtake you. If you are a runner, other runners will overtake you. Suppose you are the ground. Come on, take this. So beautiful. Do you understand? A runner can be overtaken by other runners. But if you are the ground, who can overtake you? Overtake the ground. If you sit down as a thinker, other thoughts overtake you. I am a meditator, other thoughts are agitating you. You understand? The moment you take the role of assume the role of a meditator, the other thoughts overtake you, they agitate you, because they have become meditation versus agitation. But when you are the meditation, who can affect you? In meditation, you are with all types of thoughts. Call it agitation, call it appearance, disappearance, changes, makes no difference. Nitya avadhya. Sarvasya dehe bharata. Tasmat sarvani bhutani. And that is how way Arjuna, everybody is. Sarvani bhutani. All the beings are like that. It's not that only you and me. It's not a conspiracy between God and the devotee. The teacher and the student. That you are immortal, I am immortal. Rest, idiots. No. Everybody is same. You understand the beauty. That's why you love. You don't want to be a blockhead. See the sweet fellow? You think he is stupid? Huh? Immortal, absolute, that little peacock is. Everyone is. Even the leaf you cannot pluck. It's part of the totality. In and through that, there is one pure existence. So, since everybody is indestructible, listen carefully. Since everybody is indestructible, therefore the logic is, kill everybody? No. You cannot destroy somebody. Body you need not destroy. It will go under the circumstances. Are you getting that point, please? Because the person is trying to kill me, destroy me, therefore I am talking, like getting angry. Why are you getting angry? Person is behaving stupid. But there is two types of anger. One is conscious anger, other is unconscious overtaking. Ignorant person is unconscious. That is why anger, repentance. Anger, repentance. Wise person, angry, never repentant. Therefore, suddenly your interpretation is one who never repents is wise, perverse, absolute perversion. You cannot, please, don't try to compare yourself with a wise man if you are not wise. If you do that, it will be just like, as I told you, the cat imitating the otter. The jungle cat, amphibian. The otter lives on the ground, lives in the water also. Wise man. Comfortable with himself, comfortable with body, mind. If you are moving in the waters of body and mind and unaware of yourself, don't jump into it. You shall drown. That is a first, know yourself. Are you an amphibian? That's a beautiful example. Are you an amphibian? Comfortable with water, comfortable on the land. Comfortable in the land of consciousness and in the changing waters of the body and the mind. Ooh. You are enjoying every moment of your life. Are you the only one? No. Everybody can do that. Somebody knows, somebody doesn't know. So it's not a justification. Since Dehi Nityavadya, everybody is eternally absolute, therefore kill and don't grieve. That's not the statement. You see yourself and then, under the circumstances, you behave. How? You decide. That is why in Vedic language, Dharma Shastra means all these laws of different kinds, do's and don'ts, are not absolute. These do's and don'ts, Dharma Shastra means very flexible, is not eternal. Dharma Shastra, please understand, these do's and don'ts are not, you must, there is no such thing. Why? Desha, Kala, Patra. Under what circumstances, who is the person, what time he does it. Take into account, then only you talk about it. Don't say blanket ban. Eating meat is bad. No. A statement is given. You should not eat, because nobody should say it's okay to eat, it's okay to kill somebody and eat meat. No, don't do that. No religion, nobody should say that. It's okay to kill. No. You must say, it's just like telling a children, it's okay to tell a lie. Can you do that? No. Tell them, speak the truth. But also understand, the fellow has to tell a lie sometimes. Not has to, he will. Why? Because nobody can speak the truth all the time. Be little practical. That is why amendments are also possible. Why the perversion comes? Why the cheating and deception comes? Because the person wants to perpetuate that absolute law, that this is how, nobody must tell a lie, but himself telling a lie. And the people will not know what to do. One day this Pope was traveling, the present Pope. He's a German, no? He was traveling, goes in big cars, limousines, the papal things are there. So when he was traveling one day, and then everything is packed, the driver is standing there, sir, you have to come in. Then he said, hey, every day I'm driven, I'm tired. I'm a German, I know how to drive. I'm sitting down. He said, no. How can you do that? Sit down. So the fellow, driver sat down. What can he do? So the Pope is driving. Story, joke. So the Pope is not driving. And the Pope soon driving and it picks up. 220, 300 kilometers in the highway. The German took over the Pope. So now in the best autobahn, best road, and he's going on that. Immediately there's a siren from the top. Coming from the siren, police fellow coming out, comes on. Then he also obedient driver, also law-abiding. Then the person, the policeman goes there, looks at him and runs for life. And immediately phones up his head of the department. Boss, yes, one fellow is running 250 kilometers per hour. Bust him. Cannot. Why? Powerful. Powerful? Who is that powerful? Who is that fellow? Who is he? Very powerful. What powerful? Mayor of this country? Mayor of this city? No, much bigger. Senator, much bigger. President, much bigger. Say, what nonsense. Say, God himself. Listen, listen. He said, God himself? Are you gone mad? How can he be God? How can he be the God himself? Pope is the driver. When the Pope is driver, so the passenger must be what? Can you play games? You can't apply your traffic rule. Why? Pope is driving. What is your rule? Rules change. You can't understand. Exceptions shall be there. You like it or not. But the person who is capable of going beyond the exceptions falls into the order of the day. I am the president of the country. I can go left side, right side, this side, that side. But I choose to go on the left side. Why? Don't want to create problem. Wisdom is like that. Wisdom is not show off, perversion. I can do anything. Of course you can do anything and everything because no individuality. What he does doesn't affect him. Body does. Suppose you punish the body, let the body be punished. Ready for it, consequences. It's a different game altogether. That is why Dharma Shastra, do's and don'ts are not absolute. But theologies which have got rigid laws. This is how it should be done. Give me a break. You cannot. That is why the theology themselves cannot follow it. You cannot say that because it has to change according to the time, place. Just like a constitutional amendment, Dharma Shastra will go on changing. So under these circumstances, Arjuna fight. Not that you should kill in order to be infinity. Or because you are infinity, therefore kill. No. Are you getting that point, please? And that means any emotion. You are happy with yourself. Yes, but you are angry. Why? Situation demands. Rude, situation demands. Cruelty, situation demands. Compassion, situation demands. Kindness, situation demands. All your emotions are depend on the circumstances. It's like your clothings depend on your field of experience. You have your body. Body is eternal. Are you getting that point? Body is same. Swimming pool, swimming trunk. Football game, football uniform. Going for a mountain hiking, different shoes, different dress. Going for a black tie dinner, black tie dinner. Go for the three-piece suit, one function, three-piece suit. Simple, ordinary, casual, casual. Why? Different dresses, different occasions. Emotions. Which emotion? Whichever one you like. Can you wear an emotion? Are you getting that point, please? Can you wear an emotion? For the occasion. If you can wear an emotion for the occasion, which one is better? On the occasion, whichever comes. Understand? If the other person is angry, you can face it two ways. One person, there is no fixed thing. Sometimes you can bend down, sometimes you can destroy. If you feel like. Kantakena iva kantakam. Thorn has to be removed by thorn. Then both the thorns are thrown or kept. Huh? Come on. When you remove the thorn by a thorn, then you keep both the thorns. With anger, you remove somebody's anger. Keep both. Gone. Wise man takes up a dress, plays an emotion for the occasion. That goes. He doesn't remember. But the ignorant man will remember. Told me this, did that to me. Because he is there. That is why it becomes difficult. Especially difficult. A special difficulty comes with ignorant people who pretend to be wise. Because you take for granted whatever you say will run, but suddenly the fellow has emotions. What do? A person who is laughing with you all the time, for every type of joke, suddenly becomes serious. What do? Ayayyo, You started sharing with the person, whatever you felt like you sharing, you share everything. Then suddenly the person says, oh, I don't think I should do that. Aisha, go, 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 go. You become, you understand? Any speed is fine. Then suddenly you say, no, 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 don't go beyond 30. Huh? I thought any speed, anything runs. No. Understand? The biggest frustration, deception in life is when, just like rich man pretending poor, frustration. Poor man pretending rich, bigger frustration. Ignorant person pretending to be wise. They demand that equal treatment of a wise person, but they are totally ignorant inside. That is why, watch out. You be wise. See for yourself. We shall see all that as it comes in life, please. Tasmat sarvani bhutani natvam sochi. Hey Arjuna, do not grieve for anything. You live your life. Every role is beautiful. And not only that, now he goes into common sense mode. We can see 4 or 5 verses, finish it up. Swadharmamapi cha vekshe navikambitum arhasi dharmyadhi yuddha shreyonyat kshatriyasya na vidyate yadruchaya chopapannam swargadwaram apavrutam sukhina kshatriya partha labhante yuddhamidrusham atha chetvamimam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyasi. So now, after giving the high octave, the top, the absolute vision of one's own self, Bhagavan comes down to the common sense level. Hey Arjuna, not only you are indestructible, everybody is indestructible. Play the role. Even if you don't understand, you are absolute. Even if you don't understand, you are infinity, you are the happiness. From common sense standpoint, from the social outlook, swadharmam abhekshya na vikambitum arhasi. Looking at your own dharma, why? You are a kshatriya, you are a prince. Understand? You are a kshatriya because you are a prince. Because you are a prince, you are a kshatriya. Not that because you are a kshatriya, therefore you are a prince. Understand that point? That is why the caste system nonsense. You shall see that. Kshatriya because you are a prince, therefore you are a kshatriya. You think I am talking through my head? No. I will give you the example. In Mahabharata, never it was by birth. If you are a person, do it, you shall be. If you do, when you go to 4th chapter, that is the time caste system will come, we shall see that. It's beautiful. But just for the occasion, a prince is a kshatriya. Whoever rules, protects others is a kshatriya. Not that kshatriya is a prince. You know the story of Karna. Karna was the child of Kunti, but she had gone somewhere. He was brought up by the charioteer, Sutaputra. He was a charioteer's son. Nobody knew about it. Anyway, so when there was a fight between the Pandavas and Kauravas, there is a competition between Pandavas and Kauravas, the Kaurava, Duryodhana said, our representative will fight with you. Okay, who is your representative? Karna, because he is a top archer. Karna can come in. Immediately this fellow says, no, we will not fight with him. Why? We are kshatriyas. We cannot fight with a charioteer's son. Do you know what happened that time? He didn't run away. Duryodhana didn't back up. What did he say? All right, now here I anoint Karna as the king of Angadesha. He is a prince. Now I put him as Karna as the prince of Angadesha. Kshatriya, fight. What happened? If it is by birth, how come suddenly things changes? Are you getting that point, please? No, is there anybody born driver? Born driver. If you learn driving, you are a driver. Born engineer. Born doctor, the fellow born with a stethoscope in his hand. Born doctor, born lawyer. Right. Then how can there be a born washerman? Washing clothes also is a function, no? No, Swami, you don't. He is born with a stamp of washing machine on his body. Then this fellow will be a washerman. And this fellow he has got a knife and the comb on his body marked. Why? This fellow is going to be a barber. You understand the caste system is just nonsense. But then, hey Arjuna, Kshatriya, you are a Kshatriya because you are a prince. Even to Swadharmam api abhekshya. Looking at your own dharma, na become Vidhumarasi. You cannot afford to be deluded. You cannot be frightened to go back, run away, or feel miserable that you are going to fight. Why? Dharmyat yuddhat shreyah kshatriyasya na vidyate. For a kshatriya, it's a golden chance. Dharmya yuddha. A kshatriya is not the one who is itching for battle, but if the situation demands he has to fight for the righteous cause, he shall fight. Understand? No kshatriya, no leader worth this name, worth the salt or worth the name, shall initiate a battle. Only greedy people will do that. They are not kshatriyas. You don't initiate a fight. That is why people who are, top-notch karate, black belt, top ones, they shall be like sphinx, sages. Their movements are such movements, in one move they can chop you off, kill you off, destroy you. But they'll be walking like ordinary people. Absolutely ordinary. No show off. Why? Deep personalities. As they say, Agadha jalasanchari vikari nacharohita. The big fish swimming in the depth of the ocean, depth of the river, depth of the lake, nobody ever knows. The small fish on the top, going around. Why? That is what. The people with substance, like main fish in the deep waters. People, no substance, want to show off. Why? Because that is how their little satisfaction comes in life. Oh, yesterday I had a dinner with somebody very important. So that gives me importance. Oh, I have seen the latest movie. That gives him importance. I ate something which nobody has eaten. Yesterday I went to Kathmandu, foreign country. Kathmandu. Why? Because the fellow is so low. I put on this dress. Nowadays I'm, going flight. How many times? Don't ask. One ticket will be there and that plane tag from the box should not be removed. Why? Once he has traveled, So everybody should see that he has got a tag stamped. Which date it is? Some 5 years back. But everybody should be impressed that he is flying. Who does it? A person who has a personal plane, he doesn't have a tag. You understand? Small. Absolutely being aware of yourself. No comparison. If you are a Kshatriya, Dharmya Udhya, you are not itching to fight. You are not itching to show off. Children itch to show off their toys, right? children, itching to show off their toys because somebody has given something. Tomorrow he can't sleep in the night, but tomorrow morning he must show it to other friends. Cannot sleep. I got a new dress, new toy. He has to show off. Parents, do they show off their gold and diamonds? Extension. Any time you shall see a person who is trying to show off, something little happens, everybody must know. Everybody must. Everybody. Yesterday I had a dinner with the governor. Only thing important in life is he had a dinner. He doesn't understand the cook is having dinner every day in his governor's house. Governor's driver is every day with the governor or no? So it is so important to be governor, to see governor. That fool is driving him every day. So am I less than a driver? What is your thinking? So if Kshatriya is not itching to battle, fight. But if the fighting occasion arises, of course, no going back. Why? That is my dharma, to protect the dharma, protect the righteousness. Therefore I do it, without being arrogant. Happily fighting it away. Happily fighting it away. That is, it'll come, it all will come, The Kshatriyasana vidyate. Hey Arjuna, please look at yourself. Not that you wanted to initiate a battle, you wanted to kill everybody. Yadruchaya cha upapannam, swargadwaram apavrutam. Yadruchaya. By somehow or other, yaya kaya cha vidhaya. Somehow, not with your intention. You did not wish to fight, so don't blame yourself. Yadruchaya. Just like that it has happened. It's like you are driving on the road, somebody has fallen in the ditch. An occasion to show up your compassion. Show up means what? You are compassionate. Why? Because the person has fallen in the ditch, I come back. Oh, thank you for bringing. What is so big deal? Anybody would have done it. I happened to be there, so I picked him up. Who makes a big deal out of compassion? The fellow is an idiot. So that incident will be said, oh, when somebody had fallen, he got down from his car. And how do you do that without getting down from your car? And he walked down, and then he picked it up, which he did not have done. How do you know that? Abraham Lincoln, when he was driving in the motorcade of the governor, president's motorcade, those days, he saw 4 or 5 pigs, piglet, not pigs, piglet, babies drowning in water or somewhere in the mud. Himself gets down, picks up the other 4. The story continues, still remains. When somebody asked him, you are a president of the country, you could have asked anybody to do that. Or he would have just gone away. He said, then I would not have liked myself. I didn't do it for pig's sake, I would have done it for my sake. Why? I would have hated myself to see them drowning and not do something about it. This is wisdom. Not to make a big deal out of it. He got down and removed the piglets. Right? So what's so big deal? Compassion, kindness. Same thing also, harshness. Oh, he rudely dismissed people. They deserve it. Only trouble is, the ignorant doesn't think he deserves to be dismissed. He thinks whatever he is doing is right. Like a smoker thinks he has a right to smoke. And therefore he has a right to kill others by passive smoking. What can he do? Think of it. Is it good for all? That is why this absolute knowledge. Dharma Shastra will go on changing. Hey Arjuna, you did not initiate the battle, it happened. Yadruchaya upapannam, surgadwaram apavrutam. The gateway of the heavens are open for you. Why? Sukhina kshatriya partha lavante yuddhamidrusham. Lucky kshatriyas, lucky leaders, lucky fighters. In fact, they are great. Idrusham yuddham lavante. If they get a chance for this type of battle, this type of fight, to fight for a righteous cause. With enthusiasm you shall fight, because you are fighting for the right cause. When you join a wrong cause, it becomes a disturbance. If you really want to fight for a cause, what is the cause you should fight for? Ignorance to be removed. Two types of ignorance. Self-knowledge, self-ignorance should go. Objective knowledge, objective ignorance should go. Two. Fight for these two, other things will be taken care. Educated person, you don't have to tell him to keep himself healthy. He shall keep himself healthy. Educated person, he will not, you don't have to tell him what to eat or what not to eat. He will do it for himself. Educate. And education is not enough unless the person is know about himself. So if there is any cause to fight, what is the cause? Not country, not food. This, even you say environment. What is the environment? Just take an example. Environment is destroyed. By what? How do you protect the environment without changing the human environment in the mind? If 100 marble mountains are disappearing because all of us are wanting marble floors. If tons and tons of fish is destroyed, why? Because everybody is eating fish. If jungles are being wiped out, why? Because everybody wants to read newspaper, books. So don't say, don't cut the jungle. Can you plant? Plant more. Manage it. You cannot change the environment without changing the people. One person's greed. What do you call a jungle mafia? Few fellows cut down thousands of acres of forest overnight. Other day a cow comes and eats up one tree. You know what happens? 1 year gone in a minute. 1 year old tree has grown so much in 1 year. Finish. 1 year. How do you feel? I show like a baby. Why? Your baby is 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, suddenly knocked out. What happens? Why the person feels destroyed? You have helped it to grow. Finished. Organization, bring it. Finished. Anything you bring it. Snapped, snipped. Deliberately you don't destroy anything. If you want to change the environment, change the human environment. What is the cause you should fight for? Both education and self-knowledge. It's not a fanatic statement. Or else you shall, if you don't know yourself, you shall exploit every little knowledge that you pick up. You'll exploit. No choice. We're just so empty inside. And more educated you are, more emptiness inside you. Richer you are, greater emptiness inside you. You cannot, please understand the statement, you can take away billion poor people's poverty, but you cannot take away 1 billionaire's poverty. Billion poor people's poverty you can take away overnight. But a billionaire's poverty, billions have to be sacrificed to take away his poverty. And still it will be a black hole. Everything shall be lost. How beautifully Bhagavan says. Anyway, Kshatriya Partha, Lavant Yudham Idrusham, Atha Chetyam Imam Dharmyam, Sangramam na Karishyasi. Hey Arjuna, in case you do not fight this battle, which has come by itself, which you have not initiated, righteous cause, you have to defend the kingdom, defend the people, whole world must be peaceful. If you do not do that, sadharmam cha hitva, kirtim cha hitva, papam avapsyasi. You shall not only neglect in your duty, but also gain sin because of not doing your duty. And then, kirtim cha hitva, you shall lose your glory. Everybody knows what a mighty archer you are. Everybody knows what a great prince you are. And nobody shall ever respect you after that. Everybody will start talk nonsense. Okay, all right, we'll see it later on. These 4 verses can finish in 5 minutes, but don't worry about it. Because this is a storyline, okay? It tells him common sense stuff, which everybody knows about it. I don't have to explain, okay? So, we'll see more of it anyway. So, even for that, looking from very, very ordinary common sense standpoint, here Arjuna, you need not grieve for fighting this battle. Or you can say, in any other situation of your life also, somebody is angry, somebody this, that way. You must know why. If you have a reason to be, it's not justifying your anger, but understanding, does the situation demand it? If it demands, I wear the emotion. If it doesn't demand, happy. Close your eyes, please. This is how meditation becomes. Being with yourself, no dress on, no thought, no emotion, nothing. The moment you start interacting with the world, think for yourself, which dress you must put on. Back in your room, in your own house, you don't need a particular dress. Anything is fine, nothing is fine. When you want to step out, you dress yourself according to the occasion. Back in yourself, the awareness. No role is needed, no thought is needed. You want to think, have a thought. Step out of your mind. Pick up a dress as the situation demands. Not a dress of the body, but a smile is a dress. You beautifully wear it. Anger can bless, can destroy. Every emotion is beautiful if the wearer is nice. Who you are is so flawless, absolute. Every emotion with their limitation, every action with their limitation, still sits beautifully on you, because you are flawless, absolute happiness.